Good to have you with us here on the Friday edition of the South African Morning. Let's talk about policing issues. To be specific, the National Police Commissioner Khehla Sitole in hot water again, alleged he failed to cooperate in the investigation into the murder of anti-gang unit top cop Charl Kinnear, the assassination of that. Let's speak to Eldred de Klerk, Senior Policing and Global Security Specialist from Africa Analysis. Eldred, always good to have you on ENCA. Appreciate your time. The optics of this, I think, we'll get to the legal elements in just a moment, but the optics of this seem to be a big issue. We've got essentially the two IC, so as far as the allegations go, not cooperating. What do you make of this?
Absolutely. It doesn't bode well for the image and confidence we have in such a vital institution as the South African Police Service. And not only on the face of it, Gareth, it actually seems to be something that seems to be endemic. And we can't have the most senior police officer, basically Director General within the department, seemingly acting with impunity on more than one occasion, refusing to do something that he is legally required to do. And that's to uphold the impartiality and to ensure of the IPID and to ensure that they function properly by providing all assistance that he's able to do. So this just erodes all confidence and trust that we might have in the South African Police Service.
Especially in a position such as the Police Commissioner. Okay, you mentioned IPID. Eldred, let's bring IPID into this. Independent Police Investigative Directorate launching a criminal complaint against Sitole. Help me understand what this complaint is about, because if I have this correct, and I might not, it is a complicated story. This isn't the first time.
No, it isn't. The IPID Act makes it incumbent or the responsibility of every member of the South African Police Service and anybody who's appointed as a peace officer that has information, material to an investigation, to provide assistance in basically either giving witness statements, providing an affidavit, or providing any material assistance or any information they might have. And anybody and everybody who has information is, according to the Criminal Procedure Act, needs to provide assistance. So this includes the National Commissioner. So the allegation is that the National Commissioner has information or has an opinion and or can explain any kind of process or decision-making that led to either providing protection for Colonel Kinnear or withholding protection for Colonel Kinnear. And under the IPID Act, he has to come forward and present himself for an interview. The allegation is that he did not do so. Failing to do so can lead to a process where the veracity of the allegations can be tested, and then you can be charged, and you can either get a fine and or end up in prison.
So what is the next step here, though, for the National Police Commissioner? Because up to this point, unless I have it wrong, there's been no response from the Commissioner or the Commissioner's office on this. Is there a way for the Commissioner to get himself out of this? And even if he were to cooperate now, I can't help but think the damage to the reputation of both him and SAPS is damaged already.
Well, the damage is already done, and we need to separate out the possible criminal procedure, which will be tested by the National Prosecuting Authority and see whether he has a case to be heard, and the lack of confidence and trust that we might have, and the fitness for office, which is on the desk of the President. So those are two very separate processes. So now IPID needs to proceed with the criminal charge, NPA will test it, and then hopefully he'll have his day in court.
It also does make one wonder, Eldred, about why the National Police Commissioner is still in his position at the moment, because the President Cyril Ramaphosa, was to institute an inquiry into his fitness to hold office, but that was quite a few months ago. Yet here we are into a new year, and I don't recall anything being done yet.
Absolutely. The National Commissioner was provided with an opportunity to provide reasons why he should not be suspended. We are unfortunately privy to the reasons that he's offered the President. The test for fitness for office and a lack of confidence in the incumbent is much lower than that of a criminal charge. It is simply saying that this relationship, much like in marriage, is irreparable, and that is completely broken, and I have no confidence and trust that you'll make decisions that's in the best interest of the public and of the institution, and or make decisions that is lawful. So we would have hoped that that process would have been speedily resolved, and that we would have been kept or taken into confidence as a country as to where the process is at and when can we expect a conclusion. Because any disciplinary procedure must proceed expeditiously, and there must be decisive decision-making, and it must be transparent. And this matter is in the public interest. So we do need the presidency on the one hand to act with speed, and obviously making sure that they follow all protocols and all procedures. And we need the NPA to proceed with some haste, because we as a country are now slowly starting to lose confidence, and we need answers and we need action. And that's a question of political will.
It is always about political will in the end, isn't it? Eldred de Klerk, thank you very much indeed. Senior Policing and Global Security Specialist from Africa Analysis joining